Across the UK, on DAB digital radio, on the free Times Radio app, and on your smart speaker. This is Times Radio.
Good afternoon. Finally, let's get all the best culture you can catch this weekend. And we're going to start off with... Yes, the dinosaurs are back at the Natural History Museum. Earlier today, I spoke to the curator, Anna Darron, and asked her what they try to do with the way they've curated the exhibition.
So here at the Natural History Museum, we're bringing Patagotitan, which is a type of dinosaur called a Titanosaur, and one of the biggest animals ever to have lived on our planet. And we're thrilled to have this enormous skeleton on display for our visitors, to really inspire visitors with these incredible creatures that once lived on our planet. And to really kind of inspire wonder for the natural world, and also to encourage them to protect some of the most vulnerable creatures that live on our world today. So, for example, African savanna elephants are the largest living animals on our planet, and we want to make sure that we encourage their survival.
Now, you say it's one of the biggest that's ever lived. Like, put this in context for us. I mean, how big is the kind of skeleton that you've got up there?
So the skeleton of Patagotitan is absolutely enormous. It barely fits into one of our biggest galleries. So it's around 37 meters long. And it would have weighed around 57 tons in life. So if visitors might be familiar with our famous Dippy, the Diplodocus. So it's around 4 times heavier than Dippy, or about 9 times the weight of an African elephant.
So, I mean, pretty enormous. I mean, my son is 4. He has instructed me in the ways of dinosaurs, because I kind of only thought there were about 3 beforehand. But he knows the difference between, like, a Diplodocus, a Brachiosaurus, an Argentinosaurus. But like, this one is even bigger than any of these. Yes, it is.
Titanosaurs were the group of dinosaurs that had the biggest... that were the absolute biggest. They're all sauropods, so as many of our youngest visitors will be very familiar with, they have long necks, long tails, and 4 straight pillar-like legs that supported their weight very well, and they were herbivores, so plant-eating dinosaurs. And they were the ones that grew to these enormous sizes, including Patagotitan, which is one of the biggest ones that has been discovered to date.
Now, I read in one of the reviews, which was outstanding, 5-star reviews, amazing, it's so interactive, the kids love it, the adults get to be their inner kids, like it's just a really, really great way in which you've staged it. And then sort of like 3/4 of the way down it says, and of course, this is a replica that's made out of fiberglass, but it still weighs 2 tons. And I kind of stopped and went, oh, wait a minute, it's not an actual dinosaur. Why would I want to go and see that? But in terms of the fact that you've got bits of an actual one there that are 100 million years old, and you've recreated what it would have looked like. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. So Patagotitan is a composite replica of the fossilized bones that were excavated at the ranch in Argentina of Patagotitan in 2010. So cast replicas are very common, and they're used to create these exact replicas of skeletons in very high levels of detail. And that's partially because the fossils themselves are so incredibly heavy that to reconstruct the skeleton as it would have been in life, you need to use lighter weight materials. But we do have some of the original bones, including the 2.4 meter long thigh bone from the dinosaur, which was the first piece of Patagotitan discovered.
Which is, bigger than any kind of living human. Like even his thigh bone looks big.
Yes, it's absolutely massive, and there's some amazing photos actually of some of the paleontologists lying down next to the bone that I've seen that really just give you that sense of scale. But yeah, here in the exhibition, you can come and stand almost right next to it and measure your height up against it.
And we should make clear to people that we are talking, when you say the exhibition, we're talking about more than just this one hybrid skeleton that you've kind of mounted for people. There's like a whole lot of stuff that you do around that.
Yes, absolutely. We're really we've taking visitors on a journey into Patagotitan's world. So when you come into the exhibition, you'll be able to see some of these incredible fossils that were found in Argentina. And then we transport you back into the Cretaceous period 101 million years ago, where visitors will get to see basically a life journey of a titanosaur. So starting out from the grapefruit-sized fossil egg that they would have hatched from, and the kind of very early dangerous years for very young titanosaurs through to how they grew to enormous sizes very quickly. And there's plenty of interactive games, so you get to help some of those young hatchling dinosaurs on their journey.
It's Titanosaur kind of Tamagotchi, isn't it? You try and keep them alive to adulthood. And you've also got poo games, is that right? Games where you get to play with poo.
Yes, we do. So you can help the baby dinosaurs survive, and then also there's a section where we look at the Titanosaur's digestive system and how it would have processed all the enormous amounts of food it would have had to eat. And yes, they do. They do have to poo it out at the end.
Well, that was Anna Darron from the Natural History Museum, and Titanosaur opens today.